Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I titled this today, How can exercise reverse cancer or dementia? Put them both together. Is there a role that says that can happen? Two different research pieces came out today, one from the University of Copenhagen, the other from the Karolinska Institute, which is world famous in Sweden. Intriguing. For those of you that don't exercise, those of you that may have a relative that's suffering from early stage dementia, or maybe early stage cancer, when the stress level goes up dramatically and you really just don't feel like exercising, how important is it to push that person into exercise? Listen, and I want you to listen, and please listen good. And this is going to be one of those YouTubes that you can share with others. People with cancer, generic, who exercise generally have a better prognosis than inactive patients. Now, researchers at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden have found a likely explanation as to why exercise, listen, helps to slow cancer's growth. Physical activity changes the metabolism of the immune system's cytotoxic T cells. Do you really need to know that? And thereby improves their ability to attack cancer cells, supercharging your own immune system to attack cancer. Study was published today in the Journal of eLife. The biology behind the positive effects of exercise can provide new insight into how the body maintains health, as well as help us design and improve treatments against cancer, said Randall Johnson, professor in the Department of Cell and Molecular Biology at Karolinska Institute, the study's author. It's amazing that these pieces like this are coming out of Europe, not out of the US. Not. Now, could I put this same exercise thing together to say, you want a defense against coronavirus? Get off your duff and move. Prior research has shown that physical activity can prevent unhealth, I like that word, as well as improve the prognosis of several diseases, including various forms of cancer. Exactly how exercise exerts its protective effects against cancer is, however, still unknown, especially when it comes to the biological mechanisms. One plausible explanation is the physical activity activates the immune system and thereby bolsters the body's ability to prevent and inhibit cancer growth. In this study, researchers at the Karolinska Institute expanded on this hypothesis by examining how immune systems' cytotoxic T cells, that's your first line of defense, that is, white blood cells, specialized into killing cancer cells, and how they respond to exercise. They divided mice with cancer into two groups and let one group exercise regularly on a spinning wheel, while the others remained inactive. The results showed that cancer growth slowed and mortality decreased in the trained animals compared to the untrained. Next, the researchers examined the importance of cytotoxic T cells by injecting antibodies that remove these T cells in both trained and untrained mice. The antibodies knocked out the positive effect of exercise on both cancer growth and survival, which, according to research, demonstrates the significance of these T cells for exercise-induced suppression of cancer. The researchers also transferred cytotoxic T cells from trained mice into untrained mice with tumors, which improved their prospects compared to those who got cells from untrained animals. To examine how exercise influenced cancer growth, the researchers isolated T cells, blood and tissue samples after a training session and measured levels of common metabolites that are produced in muscle and excreted into plasma at high levels during exertion. So actually, as God created our bodies, on exercise, your muscles excrete this stuff into your plasma that activates your T cells. Some of these metabolites, such as lactate, you all heard about lactic acid being excreted, altered the metabolism of the T cells and increased their activity. The researchers also found that the T cells isolated from an exercised animal showed an altered metabolism compared to the T cells from a resting animal. In addition, the researchers examined how these metabolites change in response to exercise in humans. They took blood samples from 8 healthy men after 30 minutes of intense cycling and noticed that the same training-induced metabolites were reduced in humans. Our research showed that exercise affects the production of several molecules and metabolites that activate cancer-fighting immune cells and thereby can inhibit cancer growth. Is this newsworthy enough to be on the news tonight, or do we have to worry about what Trump said in a text message? And do we have to worry about why we have a new Supreme Court justice? The insignificant things that are going on, right? We hope that these results may contribute to a deeper understanding of how our lifestyle impacts our immune system and inform the development of new immunotherapies against cancer. God built us to move. Story number 2, how movement and physical work may significantly alter dementia risks. The muscles and joints are not the only parts of the body to be worn down by physical work. The brain and the heart suffer too. So here we got to draw the line between exercise versus strenuous, hard labor. A new study from the University of Copenhagen showed that people doing hard physical work have a 55% higher risk of developing dementia than those doing sedentary jobs. I'm putting this into the middle category. The hard jobs, the sweaty jobs, the physical jobs that aren't just to endurance, they're endurance plus, can affect the brain. And if you read into the gist of this article, it basically says the reason being, when you're doing these things, you're zoned into it and your brain isn't paying attention to anything else. And it goes into a self-defensive mode. The World Health Guide to Preventing Dementia and Disease in the whole mentions physical activity as an important factor. But our study suggests it must be a good form of physical activity, which hard physical work is not. Guides from the health authorities should therefore differentiate between physical activity in your spare time and physical activity at work. Put the two pieces together. God built us to move. You need to move on your spare time. So if you are in one of those positions of difficult work, hard physical labor, take a strong look of saying, I better get off my duff in my spare time and move and walk and go. It's that important. All right, the numbers to reach us in our office today, or whatever your needs may be, 678-228-8900, 678-228-8900. Our website is thenutritionshop.net, thenutritionshop.net. If you have somebody that's fearing cancer, somebody that's battling cancer, somebody that may have had some precancerous scares, please pass this on to them. Let them look at it, let them see it, let them listen to it, and let them apply. 678-228-8900. God bless you, folks. See you back here tomorrow. Take care.